So I'm at a job today in Queenscliff for a customer who has fibre to the curb. Now they're with TPG. He's had multiple technicians come out here to try and work out what's going on. So his NTD's here. So when I got here, that's all it was doing, right? So there was nothing going on. It was just like that. Now the technicians, you can see them behind here. They've kept, every time they've come, they've trimmed it off a little bit more of the original cable. You can see the yellow one it's connected to, so they've joined a bit of jumper wire onto it, which is good. Now I've wanting to test the internal cabling here, right? So what I've done is I've got the lines test set number 2 connected up to my jumper wire, which then is connected through an RJ45 through a lead going to his RJ45 and then onto the 2 pair, which is the second pair, going down to the MDF. Now at the MDF, I've disconnected that from the pair on the disconnection module. So here I'm only testing the cable. Now you can see I'm on the megohms range and that is totally within spec. Now I'll just show you here, if I touch these, you'll see there's resistance on there. Okay, so the test set's working, right? So there is no issue with this cabling. That's running through his socket, which means that his socket's okay. So this would be a network fault for sure. Now the customer told me that when he had one of the technicians come out originally, he said, "Oh look, I'm sorry, there was a problem between the MDF and a short circuit between the MDF and the pit out in the street, which means the leading cable." Okay, so this is a block of apartments. Generally what happens over time, and it's probably an old apartment, here. So they could be running out of pairs on the leading cable and potentially splitting pairs. So I'll go down to the MDF now and show you just down there. So down here at the MDF now, so that's the pair that I just tested up in the customer's apartment here, the red-black, right? And that's on pair, well, what have we got here? So 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, so that's 44, pair 44 here, right? And then that's going down to a 30 pair cable, so you can see the 30 pair there, and he's on pair number 1 of that 30 pair, right? So the disconnection modules are all disconnected, but as you can see from underneath here, there's quite a few services on that. So if that cable's not in good nick, the leading cable I'm talking about, that means that there might not be too many good spares here, because we already know once they've changed one over, and said there was a short circuit on it. So if there's a short circuit on that cable between the MDF and the pit, that means there is damage on that cable somewhere. So I'm going to reconnect his pair now back to number 44, and I might even go have a sneaky little look at the joint out the front and just see what's going on out there, see if there's any gel on it. So I just thought I'd take a quick look in the pit out the front, and as you can see here, this is the can it's going to, right? And these are all the DPUs just shoved in there like that. Look at all the bends on those ends there, not too good. Right, so in Sydney over the last 3 weeks we've had tons and tons of rain, so there's a good chance that these pits have been filling up with water and you've been getting water into these cans. So I'm not prepared to touch any of this stuff. I just wanted to have a sticky beak just to show you the state of this pit. Right, so I'm pretty confident that there's a problem between the MDF and this pit here. So NBN, back to you.